Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, Spec, the specialist power contractor to industry.
Welcome to Catalan. We are just down the canal in Perpignan. Myself, Alex Simmons, David Fotty from Catalan Sports Tours, and get ready for a bumper show. The first time Rugby AM hits Catalan, and we are going to show you the sights, we're going to show you the fans, show you the players, meet some legends right here. Catalan versus Lee. We're heading to the Stade Gilbert Brutus for the first time, and we're going to see some fantastic rugby league, and we're going to sample what this great region has to offer. La Castellet in the background in all its glory, the castle in the middle of the square right here. And I'm joined by David Fotty from Catalan Sports Tours, our host this weekend. Firstly, Dave, thank you for coming to hosting us this weekend. The Lee fans are streaming into the square. You've got a great turnout as it's their first time here.
Yeah, pleasure to host Alex and Rugby AM, the team. And yes, we have 10 coaches, a big turnout from Lee today. Everybody's about to arrive now into the centre of Perpignan and the Castellet. So it's going to be an amazing atmosphere and a great experience for the supporters, but also it's going to be a great match today.
Explain to the fans now how Catalan Sports Tours works.
Yeah. Well, what we do is we offer the supporter the option of booking their own flights or doing a complete full package, or just booking airport transfers or just booking match transfers. We give you the choice to save where you can, and we can get you to the match and have a great time.
Give the fans back home a few reasons why they should come over and sample it. Not only because of the beautiful sunshine, but it's a really special place. We're down on Canet Beach, but there's loads to do.
Well, that's right, Alex. There's a lot of places to explore in this region. We've got Cullio, which is a beautiful place on the water. You've got Argelès. It's a very touristic-y place to stop. You've got a lot of camping. You don't need to spend the high price bracket of a 4-star, 5-star. You can do it as a family package and on a budget. Or you've got the Spanish option, which a lot of people have chosen today, and a lot of the time is the Lloret de Mar, Costa Brava coast. And then we ship you up on the coach and have a great afternoon in Perpignan.
It's not too far from Barcelona as well, so it's all in the Catalan region. You can come go to any of those destinations and nip up to the game. It's really exciting to be here. I can't wait, and you're going to take me for a treat tomorrow because I love oysters. You're going to take me to an oyster farm.
Yeah, that's right. Leucate. It's famous in France for its oysters, just 15 minutes outside of Perpignan, and it's freshly out of the farm with a nice bottle of white wine in the sunshine.
We'll give it a little go. Why not? We're here having fun, Rugby AM, the best sport in the world, and we're here for the very first time to see the Catalan Dragons at home, the Stade Gilbert Brutus. Right now we're going to go into the square and go mad with a few leaders. Come on! Outstanding, unbelievable. John Woods, live in Catalan, Perpignan, mate. John, your Lee's favourite son, you've got a statue outside Lee Sports Village, and they love you everywhere you go.
Absolutely, what a fantastic atmosphere outside in Perpignan. I couldn't believe it, all these years I've played for Lee, that coming to the south of France, an absolute crowd here, what we have.
Yeah.
The support, the friendship, the camaraderie, absolutely brilliant.
It's unbelievable atmosphere. The Lee fans are in great voice, having a beer, enjoying themselves. What kind of a game are you expecting? What are you expecting from the ground, from the fans? Because there's plenty of you here.
Well, if a team can't play with the support like this at the back of them, they can't play any time, because this support's been like this all morning, all day.
Mate, today is going to be a great occasion. It's the first time down in Catalan for Lee. A quick word about Derek Beaumont. He's been phenomenal for the club. He's put his money where his mouth is, and he's backed the club, he's backed Jukesy, and hopefully for him, they're going to get some results.
Well, hopefully we'll get these results in the next 4 or 5 games, because we don't want to finish in the £1 million playoff like the last year when Salford dropped that goal. That must have been in Salford fans' hearts, that drop goal. But hopefully Derek has backed himself, and he's put a lot of money in. So has Dr. Kukash at Salford, and it's great for the game. So hopefully we can get something out of this, because we don't want to be relegated. But if we get relegated, these fans will still support Lee in the Championship. So let's bounce back if we do get relegated.
We are here outside the main bar for all supporters coming to Catalan, and we're with the boss, Julian.
Hello.
Julian, how are you?
I'm very good, thank you.
Game day must be very busy for you in the bar.
Yes, it's the first bar for the supporter, the rugby, the Super League. Is it the Castle Bar, the Grand Café de la Poste? It's a big ambience.
Yep.
It's a big beer.
Oh, from Lee.
And he's back maybe after the match.
Yeah.
Yes, it's very important week for me.
Are you a big fan of the Dragons?
I am the supporter in the Dragon. Yes, I'm sorry.
And the Catalan Dragons have some big players, Greg Bird, Tony Gigot. Do they come down and eat with you guys?
He's come only before the match.
Yep.
For the breakfast.
Yeah.
Yes. He's here in 2 hours ago.
Jody Broughton, number 2 Catalan Dragons. Nickname is just Jods.
Ian Thornley, number 21. Nickname's Jan. You can't say Ian in France, so I've just adopted the name Jan now because this can say it easier.
Jan
Thornley.
Thornley.
There's been that many times where they've struggled. I've just said, right, I give up. I'll just accept it.
Vincent Duport's good for that. Like, obviously, you know, you have like a bit of a queue system going on. He just walks straight to the front. He said, "Oh, you got 1 piece of chicken each, lads, 1 piece of fish." He'll just grab 2 of each. No F's given, not 1.
Yeah, it's fair enough. I'll agree with you there.
Greg Bird, without a shadow of a doubt.
100%.
There's a saying in this region. It's called "you paras." It's Catalan. It means like proper birdie. Honestly, he will not shout the coffees.
I'm not sure who it was. Was it Walsh who said he loves doing the hacker?
Yeah, he does
the bill comes.
Doing hacker. Can't find his wallet. Giving it these ones every time. Most money in the world, spends nothing. Fwadi. Fwadi, aha. Honestly, he's just finished Ramadan at the minute. He's a Moroccan Muslim. He'll message me or he'll Snapchat me at lunchtime. Judy, look. And he pulls his glove box and he's got about four croissants and loads of chocolate bars in there. He goes, me, big man. Judy, strong man. Me, fat man. Thomas Bosch.
Oh, yeah.
Bosciola, he's the man.
Yeah,
Just walks in, he looks like an Italian supermodel, just walks in freshly, even if he's not freshly shaven, it just looks fashionable. Anything he does. A bit like a French Ashley Gibson.
Oh, he loves it. He loves a whinge.
Richie Myler. Honestly, if you say out to him, he just pulls his face. It's like, if honestly, in video review, he sits at the front. And if coach says something like, "Oh, I don't think your kicking game was good this week," he'll go, and he'll turn around and look at everyone else. We all just put our heads on. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean it won't go?
Can't just cop it, can I?
Got Dickie, shut up. It's a different feel this year. Last year, I don't talk about him much, but my mate Dave Taylor, he actually bought. You know where you can pay extra and you get like the extra service and you can travel the world. And I remember we sat there once on a Sunday afternoon. I think he was a bit hungover. He's like, "Joes, look at this chick in Baghdad." I was like, "Mate, you're wrong."
Early days for me. I've only been here a couple of months.
Paulie Ayton, I'll tell you now. He's a different breed, that man. There's probably 4 stages of Paulie Ayton. And once he gets to 2nd stage, he's off. He's off on his own. You got your famous celebrity and your infamous celebrity. You got like Tony Gigot, who's probably known on the party scene more than anyone else. And then I think probably your Thomas Bosch. Like everyone knows who Bosciola is. He just comes, he just tips her hat, says good morning, and there it is, freebie. not you.
It's not me.
You get snap-necked after about 20 minutes. Have you ever heard the term snap-necked? It's where you get that drunk and you're in corner lettuce. That's what he gets.
I had a shocker at the beginning of the year. I think I did 4 hours and ended up going home. So
Paul Ayrton's your last man standing. He does not go home.
Yeah,
there was a rumour last year he didn't go home for 7 days. Don't know how true it is.
Oh, no idea. I don't look me, so I won't have a clue.
What are you lying for? Yeah, I don't know. I think Mika's all right.
Yeah,
Mika takes a while, doesn't he?
There's a few boys in there.
Yeah. Give me a mention then.
I'm not giving it him.
Why not? Don't be tired.
Oh, yeah, Jodie's always in there a bit.
Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, Spec, the specialist power contractor to industry. Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, Spec, the specialist power contractor to industry.
We're stood on the idyllic Cannae beach, the Pyrenees Mountains rolling away behind us, joined by the brand new Catalan coach, Steve McNamara, old friend from Australia. Steve, is it good to be here?
Yeah, great to be here. You know, I think it's a great opportunity. It's a great club. It's different. It's challenging, and one that I was really pleased to get the opportunity to do.
I've got to ask you, because we've been to Toronto this year, we've been to Australia. Is this the dream job in rugby league? Because it's close enough to home, but also it's you're in paradise.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure whether it's the dream job. I don't know whether there is such a thing as the dream job. I've had some really good jobs over the last few years. Obviously, coaching England is an incredible experience, coaching your country, and then to work in the NRL, both in Sydney with the Roosters, and then to go and work at a franchise like the Warriors in New Zealand. They've all been tremendous jobs, but when this opportunity came along, for me, this was the right one at the right time.
What are you hoping to bring to the Catalan Dragons from your experience over there?
Well, some real consistency. I think this team have shown in the past, in little parts there, that it can compete with the best teams. It's a big club. It's got some tremendous support from the fans and from the owners as well. But it's really like that sort of consistency. So fair bit to do. We understand the situation we're currently in, but we'll be working hard to try and achieve some of that. And again, you sort of just touched on it there. That's what happens in the NRL. You have to be good every week. If you're not good every week, you get beat. And we want to try and bring that to the Dragons.
Game day today, and this place is buzzing for rugby league. It's a real hotbed in France. It's steeped in history, and the passion. We met Jacques Jourda last night, the old French coach. You were talking about the Dragons and how much it means to the region. It's a special place for rugby league, and there is high expectations for the Dragons.
It is a special place. It's a special job. It's completely different. There's no other job, I don't think, in international rugby league where, there isn't, where everyone speaks a different language. Yeah. It's a completely different culture in terms of the Mediterranean culture. And coming from, like I said, from Australia and New Zealand, which is a long way from home, it actually feels further away from home when you first land here because of the differences. And that's, like I said, that's what's so exciting about the job, and the challenge that's in front of you is that you have to overcome those things as well as trying to achieve success on the field.
Mate, you're a Hull lad, and speaking to Roy Dickinson, who's a legend from Leeds, he always told me that the worst place to go play rugby were the old Boulevard. And he said you could never get an easy game there. It were awful. And similarly, Kevin Sinfield told me that it were always tough to go to Catalan, and a fan once ran on and hit him with his slipper, with his shoe. Are you hoping to bring that kind of tough cauldron mentality to the Stade Gilbert Brutus once again?
I think, regardless of whether you're home or away, you want to be a tough team to beat. Yeah. That's simple matter of fact. If you're a tough team to play against, a tough team to beat, you're going to be in the contest most times. So in terms of the consistency, the way we play the game, how we approach the game, how we practice, everything else that goes with it needs to be pushed that way. The people of this area are tough people. Yeah, the Catalan region, they are tough people, they're resilient people, they're fighters, and ultimately our team needs to reflect the people that we represent in and around this area.
It's fantastic to be over at the home of the Catalan Dragons, welcomed by the legend himself. But how are you, sir?
Thank you very much. It's fantastic to have you in Gilbert Brutus. You can feel the atmosphere. We are struggling this year, but we still have this good atmosphere because it's summer here in Perpignan, and people love Dragons, so they are all supporting us. And it's a lot of people are very passionate about rugby league first. So to welcome for the first time the Lee Centurion, it's like an event. So we just had Steve McNamara with us since a few days. So everybody are exciting for his first game in Brutus.
Why Steve McNamara? Why did you choose, of all the candidates, Steve McNamara?
Yeah, a lot of candidates. You know, when the story finished with Laurent Fressineau, it was a Monday morning. On Tuesday evening, I had 15 applications on my laptop. So. As a lot of people say, you know, a lot of people are attracted by Dragons as players or coach, and say we had a lot of shows. Why Steve? Because Steve know a lot. He have a big knowledge about our sport. He's been with England. He's been in Australia with the Roosters. He moved after that with New Zealand with the Warriors, and also with the Kiwi. So he got enough experience to understand the Catalan culture, to understand the French culture, and he's very passionate and very focused to come back in Super League, but with us.
Catalan as a region is a very proud region. It encompasses Barcelona. There's a lot of feeling for the Catalan region. Potentially, within a few weeks, you could have a Toulouse derby. What would a Toulouse derby mean? The Catalan team, the French team, what would that mean for this region?
It will be a fantastic game, and a big picture, you know, to promote the French rugby league. Yeah. You know, as you say, we are Catalan. It's a little bit special. We come from south of France with a Spanish border just here. And we are the only one professional club in the world to be Latino, to have another language, you know. So wow. we speak Catalan. Some people speak Spanish here. We got an accent, and it will be very good to welcome or to go to play in Toulouse, because it's a French rugby league. We have to stand up and fight. It's a big goal. It's a big project. But we need Toulouse also in the competition.
I think, personally, this is the best away day in rugby league. It's the best place to come. What would you say to all the fans out there who've not been before to visit Catalan, why they should come to Catalan?
They just have to do it because it's a special atmosphere. A lot of fans understood that since a lot of years. And we have the sun, we have our temperature. In summer, something special, and people are passionate. Sometimes we are too much passionate, but people, the English fan will love the one who never came have to come, because they will enjoy the atmosphere, they will enjoy the food, they will enjoy the wine here, and it's always a big weekend for them.
Jukesy, if you can't win today with the support you brought with you, unbelievable out there. The atmosphere, the feeling, they're having a party. Derek Bowman's leading the charge. It shows, even though you've been struggling a little bit on the field, off the field, the fans love you, they love the club.
Yeah, they've been looking forward to it for a while. You know, as soon as the fixtures came out, you know, everybody's booked the summer holidays here today, so a lot of absent kids from school, and but no, that it's been good. The fans have been brilliant this year. They've been in difficult situations that they've not been used to, in particular over the last 6 or 7 years. But they stuck with us. I can see, hopefully, that we're a club in progression. We've not been a million miles off. You know, on another day we're on 16, 18 points, but we are where we are. It's another tough environment. It's a great place to come. A bit windy, but the guys are really looking forward to it. We're going to have to be tough today. But the fans, like you say, we want to give a big effort always for each other, but in particular for the over 1,000 fans that's turned up.
Middle Eights this year, if you are in it, it's going to be tough because there's some fantastic teams in there. Warrington could be in there, Wigan could even be in there, Catalan themselves could be in there. It's a phenomenal quality of club. Last year we all thought with Leeds being in there, oh, what's going on here? Yeah. This year, well, even better teams are in there.
Yeah, and that just shows how tough Super League is, and we've joined, like I say, and you know, I think we win today, we got 1 point behind Catalan. You look at the roster they've got as well, and as you say, probably 2 points behind Warrington. So some big clubs in and around us, and there's not only us found it tough this year. It just shows, you know, if you're a little bit off and get a bit decimated at times with injuries, which we did in that period where we didn't get 9 games without to win, it can hurt you. So yeah, we've just got to, you know, take one game at a time now, and at the very least get some confidence and some consistency going into, you know, whatever competition we find ourselves in.
Pre-game is always a great time, and we had a curtain raiser today with the Leigh Miners under-16s. Make some noise! Yeah! What a boys! Didn't get the result, but what kind of experience have you had coming over, Owen? You had a good time, pal?
Yeah, it's been a fantastic start to the tour. The weather didn't really help. I think we battled with the weather more than we battled with them, but we battled hard.
What have you learnt about your team and yourself today?
How we go to the end, never give up.
Outstanding. Mate, you play at the top level yourself. You've got some players here that could get there, would you say so?
Yeah, we've got some excellent players. The Catalans boys were good today, but I've got to say, our lads were fantastic. They really put the effort in, and they put the shakers in, the Catalan lads. We scored a couple of tries and we got it back, got 12 points on the board, and they wondered what was going to hit them. We got a couple of lads who got injured. It was like the walking wounded on the bench, but they got stuck in and were really in for it.
What do you reckon to the Leigh boys' chances today, Catalan? It's a great stadium, isn't it?
Yeah, a lot of fans here, and it's hoping to be a good game.
They look like they could finish either bottom or second to bottom. Have they got enough to stay in Super League in these mid-eights? Because there's some good teams in there.
Yeah, they definitely have. They just need to work hard at it and get the wins.
What do you reckon then to this part of France? Would you encourage any other teams to come over and give it a go and get on with Catalan Sports Tours?
Yeah, definitely. We've had a great opportunity coming over, playing Catalans here at the stadium as well. Everyone should have a chance to come over.
Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, SPEC, the specialist power contractor to industry. Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, SPEC, the specialist power contractor to industry.
Welcome to the Stade Gilbert Brutus. The scene is set in the south of France. It's cracking flags, roasting hot. The teams, Leigh Centurions and the Catalan Dragons, come out onto the pitch. It's an absolutely amazing atmosphere. The fans are ready. The Leigh Centurions fans in their thousands have travelled over today. This place is amazing.
I want you every day, oh. I want you every day, every day. I want you every day, oh. I want you every day. I want you every day, oh. I want you every day, every day. I want you every day, oh. I want you every day, every day. Temptation's always in the mirror, seeing through my lies. You whisper softly in my ears, I'm craving you inside. If you look closer, you'll hear me over. I'm thinking about it, yeah.
One of the best games that we've been to all year. Sadly, there's always going to have to be a loser. Leigh Centurions leading most of the game until the last 5 seconds. A really tough one to take that, mate.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating, mate. I thought we did enough in that game to get that win that we desperately needed. To have, you know, over 1,000 of our fans go, that's, you know, makes it all better. But hey, we just wish we could have got that win for them. Yeah, we're extremely gutted, and you know that one got away from us there.
statistically now, I think you're in the mid-eights now, mate. It's
Yeah.
going to be a tough competition this year. There's some great teams. OKR, Warrington could be, Wigan even could be in
That's
there.
right.
It's going to be tough.
It is going to be tough now, mate. Look, yeah, we're in the mid-eights now. Now it's just do or die now. We're playing for our livelihood, really. So each game's like a cup final to us now, and that's how we've got to treat every game. So we move on to Warrington next Friday, and you know, I think we play like we did today. Discard a few errors and stuff like that. We'll be all right.
One word, off. We left that late, didn't we? We got off to a shocking start, but you know, it just shows character. You know, we've got likes of Birdie who gets knocked out, comes back on. You know, everyone dug deep today, and we got the win in the end, and that's what we needed.
Mate, I'll tell you what, it's our first time to Catalan Rugby Game. What a great place to come. The people are unbelievable. There's such passion for rugby league around here.
I know, mate. That's one of the things that draws you to it, and it makes it difficult for away fans. I mean, to be fair, Lee have brought a fair few. It's probably the most fans I've seen here, but you know, the fans are really passionate, and obviously they just want us to have a dig, and I think we got the win from there.
Mate, every time we turn up at this field and play with everything we've got, this is the atmosphere you get. It might not be 25,000, 30,000 people, but it sounds like that. And just really proud of the way the boys played, and we gave them something to cheer about today.
Mate, you got knocked out. You were absolutely sparkle. Jamie Acton trying to have a go at you, but you're gone. You're gone.
Yeah, I think he thought I was playing dead there for a bit, but recovered, come back, and then got another one for me troubles, and a little bit of a scruff. So, it's rugby league, mate. You take the good with the bad, and I'm just happy to be back on the field after a few weeks off injured.
Mate, we've got greys. We're getting old. Do you still feel it's like a young kid running out on there because you play like it?
Yeah, mate. The buzz doesn't change. Every time you run out in the field, it doesn't matter whether it's your 10th or your 210th. I love the game. I wish I was out here a lot more this year, but hopefully we got, I think, 3 more games to go, and we can hopefully force our way into that 8.
Mate, you've got a long-term deal here to play and coach. Is this place going to be? It could be a long-term. Could you live here? Do you reckon for life?
I don't know about for life. I got a lot of family back home that'll be missing me, but it has become my second home. I never thought I'd leave Cronulla. Then I got the opportunity to play here in 09 and loved it. So it's always going to be come back to the south of France and enjoy that. You know, the football that the Super League is. It's a lot different to NRL.
What when you say it's a lot different to NRL? What do you enjoy about it? What do you find relaxed? It's a relaxed atmosphere. Super League's, I know off the pitch, it's not the fishbowl the NRL is. A lot of my friends play over there, and there's so much scrutiny, but here it's not as much.
Yeah, obviously the media is a big difference, but I just like the game. The game's a lot faster. It's a lot more attacking based. There's not as much wrestle and things like that. With only on one referee, sort of lets the play flow a little bit, which plays to, I think, a much more exciting game.
Let's go to work. Let's go to work.
UK Red Fire and Security Fan Camp outside the Stade Gilbert Brutus. Got a couple of Leigh fans. It's a good experience, but it's a tough loss today.
It was, yeah. They've played superb, to be honest. Lions winning this morning. It'd been great if Leigh could have finished it as well, but they played well. The Catalan probably just deserved it, to be honest, at the end.
What's that? Rugby. Yeah. What's your name, mate?
Sí.
What's your name?
Sí.
What's your name, pal?
Oui.
Outstanding. Catalans, good team.
Rugby.
Awesome. You like Catalan?
Bien, le Dragon, bien joué. C'était juste, avec certains, bien joué jusqu'à la fin.
Outstanding. Go on, Wagga. Where's Wagga?
Today the Catalan, congratulations to the Catalani Dragiones.
I can't believe he's speaking Richie Myler French.
Catalan!
Good game today, good game.
Well, very good game.
You dressed in really well. You come as a Budweiser.
No,
looking good, brother.
Do you love Perpignan?
I love Perpignan.
And do you love La Jonquère?
Where's La Jonquère?
La Jonquère is a place you can find some house, you know?
House!
Oh! Dude, yes!
In different area codes.
My secret.
Oh. I love these guys. I love these guys. Wagga will be loving you right now.
It's only 30 minutes from here, so you can go by.
I'm married. Don't even take me there. We'll go Ron Weasley. Catalan! Catalan! Over and out. Come over and out.
I just wanna let go.
It's post-match. We've got a bit of a scrum down going on outside La Pizza Tech down on Canary Beach. What a wonderful place this is, without a doubt. And the main man right here is Elwar Pelissier, the owner of La Pizza Tech. Elwar, how long have you had a restaurant?
Just when I signed my first contract with Catalan, we buy this with my family, so nearly 7 years now, yeah.
Why pizzas?
Just because everyone like pizza, and and I think it's in on a place, on a beach, on a tourist place. People like pizza, is quickly to make, and pizza enjoy, and yeah, so just pizza is good for money.
Oh, was it good to come home today and revisit Catalan and see some familiar faces?
Yeah, it was good to come. Yeah, just disappointed about the result, but because I think we deserve a win tonight. But disappointed, but after I was enjoyed to come back in my stadium, where I born, and see some fans, and I'm enjoy at the end to do some the turn of the fans, and just very disappointed because we deserve a win, but I think we will come back and on a Super 8 and maybe win Catalan later. So
I've got to ask you, Elwar, as well. It's confirmed now you're going to be playing in the middle eights. What's it going to be like to play Toulouse for this region? It's going to be a big local derby.
Yeah, Catalan vs Toulouse. Yeah, the Toulouse team wait a lot for this, so I think will be a big passion on this game. So yeah, I'm impatient to see that on a play down. You know, so will be interesting game. Yeah.
Derek, you could have Toulouse away, Catalan away, London away. It could be some long range trips in these middle eights, mate.
You know, hey, listen. We know where we're at, and the guys did it tough there, and I set them a challenge tonight, and they achieved it. So the result was never going to determine where we was at.
Yeah.
The performance was, and I thought, you know, I got a big performance. But, mate, I've got to make this about our fans.
Yeah.
Our fans have been outrageous.
A set of fans today. Catalan Sports Tours had 10 coaches. We've been in the main square. They were going absolutely balmy.
Yeah.
Unbelievable set of fans. Were you shocked to see so many Leigh fans going crazy in the stadium?
Yeah, it's crazy, and it's crazy also in Leigh when we play in Leigh. Often at the end of the game, I take my phone and I take video because Leigh fans are crazy. And when I hear some more of 1,000 fans coming in Perpignan, I say, "Ooh, we'll be noisy, we'll be good, with good atmosphere." And you can feel all the games. They singing. At the end, they start to be crazy. And just we have a loss, but I know the Leigh fan will stick. We stick with the team, and today we fight hard, and Leigh fan will stick and keep going to be crazy with us. Yeah.
Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, SPEC, the specialist power contractor to industry. Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, SPEC, the specialist power contractor to industry.
This is Steve McNamara, and this is my best ever 1 to 13 players I've ever played with. Fullback, number 1, Stuart Spruce. Safest fullback I've ever played with. Without doubt, Sprogger probably never got the international rewards that he deserved for me. Big man, strong man, hard to tackle, but defensively the best fullback I've played with. On the wings, number 2, Tavita Vaikona. Came across the Hull when he was 19, and I was at Hull FC at the time, and just a very young, raw talent, developed into what I felt was one of the most devastating wingers in the competition, not only in terms of scoring tries, but his work rate, coming out the backfield as well. Tavita Vaikona definitely up there on the wing. On the other wing, number 5, this was a tough one. There's a few good wingers I've played with, but I'm going to go back to my old Hull FC days and go with former Great Britain winger Paul Eastwood. And Paul Eastwood's probably not the flashiest player, probably not the player who will score long distance tries for you, but very, very strong, powerful, probably the best finisher from inside 10 metres, you know, trying to get over the try line that I've ever seen, and a very, very accomplished goal kicker and a very strong defensive player coming in and shutting down lots of players. Okay, centre, number 3. Again, some tough choices in and around this centre area, but Paul Loughlin. It was at the back end of his career when he came to Bradford and I got the opportunity to play with him, but it was a winger's dream. I reckon that all the wingers who played outside of him went on to play international games. He was outstanding in terms of his positional play. Again, another big man, and probably the funniest man I've ever played alongside. Great for this team spirit, great for character, but a very, very good player. The other centre, number 4, the Penguin, Graham Bradley. For me, probably the most underrated player ever to play in the Super League competition. Probably the most annoying man for all the opposition, I understand that. He was an absolute menace for everybody involved, a nuisance to the referees. But in terms of if there was a player you wanted in your team, it was Graham Bradley. When the tough moments were around, Graham stepped up and put himself in the picture and got the team back on track. Halfbacks, again, lots of choice in and around this area. But I'm going to go with a couple of sensational individual players. Number 6, Stanley Jean. Again, my time at Huddersfield with Stanley, I realised what a colourful character was, what a great sort of personality was, but also what a tremendous athlete and player he was. Single-handedly, in the season when we got ourselves back up into Super League after being relegated from Huddersfield, he probably had the biggest single influence on a team that I've ever been involved in. And again, being Papua New Guinean, didn't go on to the international heights and everything else that maybe some of the Australian, New Zealand and English players I've played with did. But for me, in terms of impact on a team, Stanley was up there. Number 7, way back to my old Hull FC days again, Des Hasler, an absolute legend of the game. Current Bulldogs coach out in the NRL. Taught people at Hull at that time what professionalism was about. Taught us how to train, how to eat, and how to prepare yourself for games. An unbelievable athlete. Only had 1 season there with him, again at the back end of his career. But for me, it was an absolute pleasure to play alongside Des Hasler. In the front row, number 8. Again, tough choices here, and I only played with England, I think once or twice with this person, but I'm going to include him in this, is Adrian Morley. He's got to be there. Proven to be one of the best players, best front rowers we've produced for years. Been able to compete both in the Super League and the NRL and on the international stage. A fierce competitor, feared by most people. Above all, a tremendous human being and a great man. Number 9, hooker. Again, Lee Jackson was a really good player at Hull FC, you know, when he burst onto the scene. But in terms of consistency, James Lowes, he's got to be the one. For me, he was one of the key reasons of the Bulls' success from 1996 onwards. He was in the middle of everything. He touched the ball more times than anybody else. He influenced the game more than anybody else. You know, lots of superstars within that team. Lots of people got lots of accolades. But the real engine, the real fight from that team always came from James Lowes. The other front row, this was really hard because Brian McDermott, I thought, was a great front rower for us at the Bulls, and again did a lot of the hard work. But I'm going to go back to my Hull FC days and go with Carl Harrison. And Carl Harrison joined Hull FC at the same time as myself. Carl came through a tough route. He wasn't the superstar young player. He came through the Championship, through the lower leagues, worked extremely hard. We signed him from Featherstone, and a big man, brought aggression to our team, brought some second phase in terms of offload, and went on to have a great international career. Number 11, probably the first pick and probably one that not many people would pick, but anybody who has played with this person would tell you he is probably the toughest, most resilient player I've ever played with, and that was Bernard Dwyer. I joined Bradford Bulls as from Hull FC, and I learnt a fair few things throughout the early part of my career, but Bernard taught us how to be tough, how to genuinely be tough. Not an aggressive man in terms of going out and trying to beat everybody up, but tough in terms of how he played the game, how he approached the game, and for me, one of the real unsung heroes of the world of rugby league. The other second row, again, I only played for a short time with this person, then got coached by him, was the legendary Noel Crusher Cleal. Crusher joined Hull FC and was an absolute worldwide name in terms of rugby league. He came to the club again at the back end of his career, and we only saw glimpses of what he could do. But for me to play alongside that man was so devastating in terms of how he would carry the ball, but also his influence on the younger players. I remember my first game, my debut game, getting a kick charge down by Wigan in the first minutes of the game and sulking behind the sticks, and Crusher was the first one straight over to me, picked me up, get me back on track and showed me the way forward. And finally, at loose forward, number 13, Andy Farrell. Again, for me, only fortunate to play with him on 1 or 2 occasions for the Great Britain team in a test series against Australia. But for, I reckon, probably the best player of our generation, or my current sort of generation. He was a little bit younger than myself, but an all-round unbelievable athlete. Great size, great physical attributes, unbelievable skills, both passing and kicking, and a great leader of men.
A few weeks ago on the show, we had Malcolm Rayleigh. I mentioned to Malcolm that I was at the Wembley Bar in Perpignan, down on Canary Beach, with this legend, Jacques Jourdet, former French coach. You've done everything in the game, Jacques. Why did you call the bar the Wembley?
Wembley is for the final cup final. I mean, in the country, one bar, Wembley is Cannes.
In 1990, you coached the French team to beat England, beat Great Britain at Headingley.
Yes.
What do you remember about that game?
Remember the night after the game. No, after the game in the stadium, Malcolm Rayleigh, good game.
And French Rugby League now, you're still involved?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you think of the French team and Catalan Dragons?
Yes, Catalan Dragons is a good team, but not many French players. The problem is in French is good forwards, many good forwards, but back no many backs or injury. Escarré, Fage, is a problem for the French team. But forwards, possible, good team.
And tonight we're going to eat here with yourselves. We're looking forward to a nice feed. What do you recommend for us to eat at the Wembley? For any other fan coming to Canary Beach, what do you think? What's the best dish that you do here?
Well, the meat, brochette, pizza. Is comment on appelle atmosphere. Good atmosphere, rugby league.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you, sir. Thank you for coming on Rugby AM.
Thank you for
Jack,
you. Thank you.
Good luck in the World Cup this year with the
Vive la
French.
France.
Vive la France. What an amazing experience travelling over to see the Catalan Dragons. A big thanks to Dave Fawcett and the team from Catalan Sports Tours. I'm finishing off with a view across Cullio, a picturesque town just on the outskirts of Perpignan, a beautiful place that any fan should visit. Absolutely outstanding. As you can see up on the hillside, the Roman fort where the Romans are battle the ships coming in. That's what Catalan face every week as teams come across. And this week they got the better of Lee, but it looks like they're going to be in the middle eights. What a fantastic journey. Thanks for joining us right here at Rugby AM. We'll see you next time, and I can't wait to come back to Catalan.
Oh, Maria, he'll tear them apart. He's breaking the defense so freely. Oh, Maria, just pass it to Hood. You know he'll come good if you do. He'll break through.
Whether it's power station, factory or stadium, covering installation or maintenance, SPEC, the specialist power contractor to industry.